Mississippi State on the road at Tennessee. Tennessee is a 25-point favorite in this one. Over under is set at 61.5. I'll pull up a video here in a second that I want to show you guys. It's really hilarious. But a Mississippi State fan. Look, Mississippi State has been a pretty surprising offense this year, Mason, for the most part. Van Buren came in. His first game was the one against Texas, I believe, was his first. And then they had a bye week, and then he played Georgia. And really, you kind of look at it, Van Buren has been a guy that's really been getting into this offense and figuring things out. And you've got an offensive-minded head coach, right? And Jeff Levy. I fully expect this Mississippi State offense to reflect his knowledge and his offensive, guru-ness or whatever you want to call it. It's rubbing off on this team. Now, the problem is Mississippi State's defense is not very good. That's a really bad problem. And I don't think Mississippi State's very good against the run. And that presents an even bigger issue because what does Tennessee like to do, Mason? They like to run it. They are offensively a running football team. And I fully presume that they'd love to do that in this game. It serves multiple purposes. Not only is Mississippi State bad at stopping the run, Tennessee is good at it and would love nothing more than to be able to sustain drives, move the chains, keep the ball away from Mississippi State. Because Mississippi State is a team that you look at the record and it's not great. It doesn't look good. You see how big the spread is here. They can throw the ball around a little bit and they can hit an explosive play on you. So Tennessee secondary hasn't been tested a ton because the front seven's been so strong this year. And just kind of the way the schedule's worked out at times. Tennessee hasn't faced a real good passing attack here. I'm not saying Mississippi State is amazing passing attack, so don't get me wrong. But the over-under is set at 61.5. So Vegas is expecting Mississippi State to score some points here. What's your take on this football game, and what's the rub here, man? This is a huge spread for a conference game. I know it's at Tennessee, but I mean, Tennessee hasn't just been killing people at home, right? I mean, not necessarily. Kind of barely beat Florida at home. Kind of, toyed around with Kentucky there for the first half. I won't say toyed around, but you know what I mean. Didn't just blow them out. You feel like Tennessee's ready for a blowout win here as they get ready to go face Georgia the following week? Isn't that the following week after this one?
It is, yeah. I don't. I think that Mississippi State has been the product of kind of being the team that gets to play these bigger opponents in trap game sort of settings. I mean, we saw them face Texas, which maybe wasn't so much Texas looking ahead, but they played Texas pretty close, played Georgia pretty close. They were looking ahead to Texas, and now you got Tennessee looking ahead to Georgia, and not wanting to put a ton on film. Mississippi State was able to cover in all three of those games, so that's why I bring that up. I think that this is another example where Mississippi State could cover in this game simply because Tennessee is not going to want to go out there and and blow their wad in this football game to cover a 25-point spread. That's just not smart football. That's not really good gamesmanship from the program there. Tennessee is very good on defense. I think that even as good as Mississippi State's offense has been playing with Van Buren, I do think that they are going to struggle to even break 20 points in this football game. But if you're telling me Mississippi State can score 20, do we really feel confident that Tennessee's going to get to 45? Not with the way that their offense has been looking, and not without having a ton of success on the run, and that's a lot of rushing yards to get to 45 and be scoring touchdowns on the ground only. So to me, when I look at the football game, does Mississippi State have a chance to win? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. But I like what Jeff Levy does with this offense. I do think that they are able to sustain some drives, even if those drives don't end in touchdowns or don't end in field goals. Those drives will take time off the clock and limit Tennessee's possessions. In that case, I like Mississippi State to cover here. I think Tennessee wins it. Also like the under here. I think 61.5 is just a little bit too, too many points. I would say in this football game. So give me the under in this one. I think Mississippi State covers as well.
Yeah, I really like the underplay. I think you're dead on there. That makes a ton of sense to me. Give me Mississippi State. Have y'all ever seen that video? It's that big guy that's like missing like almost all of his teeth. He's like a big old fat fella, nasty looking
I haven't
guy.
seen
And
it.
he like spins around his chair. He goes, Mississippi State. That's me. That's me right now. Give me Mississippi State. 25 points is way too many in this football game. Look, you guys want to go back and look through Tennessee's schedule over the last 2-3 years. There's been 3 occurrences over the last like 3 years that Tennessee's even been able to beat an SEC opponent by this many points. And it's been Vanderbilt twice over the last couple of years. They're not going to beat them by that many this year, I can tell you. But the last 2 years they've done that to Vanderbilt, and then the one before that was Missouri. Barely cleared that mark in that game, actually. But that was the year before. That was in 2022, before Missouri had their pop year. It's not very often that Tennessee wins an SEC. Nobody wins SEC games by 25 points or more a lot. So I don't think this is much of a stretch. Maybe there's something we don't know. We'll see as the week develops. We hope that you guys will come and hang out with us on Tuesday. We're going to break down some more games, but Thursday, we're definitely going to have some plays on the over-under and the spread on this game on our Thursday betting show. It's called Between the Lines here on First and Long College Football. And we'd love for you to come and join us and throw your best bets in the comments section, as we'll be giving you our best bets for Week 11.